Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Come on, United! With another little video for you, just to discuss the sort of breaking news of this evening in regards to a potential takeover of Manchester United. Obviously, some bids are coming in as well, it's not just expected to be this one bid, but we have had confirmation of a bid from Qatar today, so things are getting interesting. Things are looking up, and we've had a statement from Qatar, which we're going to get into in a moment as well. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. We've got a bunch of legends, already 90 people in here at the start of this show. Happy Friday night, guys. Do us a favour at the start of this show, smash that like button on it, give it a massive thumbs up, you know it makes sense. Drop the thumbs up on it, give it a share around as well. I've pinned the tweet at the top of the chat. You know what to do. Go give us a cheeky little retweet, guys. And subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're on catch up later, comment down below and subscribe. We're nearly at 70,000 subscribers. Get yourself subscribing and get yourself liking the video. Right, let's get stuck in. Thank you, Lewis, by the way, at the start of the show, getting your highlighted comment in. He says, today I am feeling Qatarian. Is that an Infantino quote right there, bud? Is that an Infantino quote? Don't be quoting Infantino around here, bud. Lewis, nice one, mate. What's going on? Thank you for getting in. And everybody else, Lewis, Futurix, Rushmano, Dean, Naif, ZX, Tad, Jonathan, William, Vincent, Cake, Dilly Hill, Abjift, FJT, HB Gaming, Jonathan, Adrian Morris. I can see Cake Cadet has changed his name from the Cake Cadet to the Cake Cadet of FC United. You know what, Cake Cadet lad? Why are you only now an FC United fan, mate? Why only now? Do you think the Glazers are ethically, morally fantastic themselves? They're a bunch of fucking shithouses, bud. God knows what they get up to in their own time. Have you seen that guy's bald head and the ponytail? Sus, mate. Fucking sus. Trust me, they ain't squeaky clean either, but wouldn't be surprised if a whole host of atrocities came out about those fucking tosspots over the next couple of years, lad. But anyway, look, there's bids coming. It's just because we've got a Qatar bid on the table doesn't mean that it's actually going to end up in the Qatari hands, by the way. So we'll get into it. Let's get into it. Smash that like button and all that jazz, and we're going to have a Q&A at the end and let you guys have your say and vent or whatever you want, and you can get your thoughts in and out throughout the show. Obviously, we'll try and dip in and out. But let's just cover the statement that's come out this evening from the Al Thani family. Well, not the Al Thani family, but a representative. Official statement from Sheikh Jassim bin Ahmad Al Thani. Today confirmed his submission of a bid for 100% of Manchester United Football Club. 100%. So just to reiterate, not a partial ownership, not an investment for 20% of the club or something like that, and the Glazers still maintain control. No, this is a bid for 100% of Manchester United Football Club. The bid plans to return the club to its former glories, both on and off the pitch, and above all, will seek to place the fans at the heart of Manchester United Football Club once more. I mean, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Like, the Glazers haven't really given a shit about the fan base. They use us just to fund their lifestyles, essentially, basically. They don't put money into the club from their own coffers, and they don't really appease the fan base at all, if you ask me. So that would be nice. The bid will be completely debt-free. Oh, you know, that's all so nice. Via Sheikh Jassim's 9-2 Foundation, which will look to invest in the football teams, the training centre, the stadium and wider infrastructure, the fan experience and the communities the club supports. So it's not just about, coming in and spending money on players or, just coming in and clearing the debt. But no, in every single different aspect, there will be investment reportedly, supposedly, based on this statement. Completely debt-free, and will look to invest in the football team, the training centre, the stadium, wider infrastructure, the fan experience, and the communities the club supports. Lots of positive statements there. The vision of the bid is for Manchester United Football Club to be renowned for footballing excellence and regarded as the greatest football club in the world. They're speaking my language here. This is what Man United should be aspiring to be, because just a short while ago, we were that. We were that. And we have failed miserably since the Glazer ownership to try and keep hold of that title. We used to be that, but now we're definitely not. So to get back there would be fantastic. More details of the bid will be released when appropriate, if and when the bid process develops. right? So, as that says, it's early doors. There was supposed to be some, essentially some fleshings out going on tonight. That sounded a bit weird, but you know what I mean? Things getting fleshed out tonight. Early bids, a soft deadline essentially to see who's interested and who's actually got proof of funds and this sort of thing. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more in terms of developments for other people coming in to try and bid. Luckhurst says that a bid has been described as indicative. Understand once all bidders get into the latter stages of the process, they'll formally present relevant financial information in a data room. So, it's not concrete at this stage, which is what I want to reiterate. Everybody is saying, that everyone is saying that that's the case, that this bid is on the table is looking the more likely to be accepted, but it doesn't guarantee that they are actually going to, be in charge of this football club. It remains to be seen what's going on. Hey, Chris Koo, thank you for your super chat, mate. Let's go, bro. He says, music to my ears, pig. Best birthday present I've had today. Let's fucking go. Thank you very much, Chris Koo, for getting in here raw, lad. Let's get some love hearts in there for Chris Koo. Music to your ears, yeah. I mean, look, there's pluses, there's minuses to all different owners and potential owners of this football club. What I want to be the primary focus of any owners coming in is basically more or less what this statement says, really, which is to try and make Manchester United great again, to try and make us the best football club in the land, in all areas, on the pitch, off the pitch, and every different aspect surrounding the club, from youth recruitment, scouting networks, facilities, even developing the surrounding area. If they're prepared to spend money in developing the surrounding area, that brings about jobs. If they're prepared to have extra, investment in outside the stadium, all manner of jobs and things like that can be brought to the area, which is just good for local people, right? So it's pretty awesome that bid is in, and there's also expected that there's other bids in as well, guys. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe is obviously very interested in buying this football club as well. Does he have the firepower to be able to? Does he have the firepower to be able to compete? We'll see. But there is breaking news tonight that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has tabled his bid for Manchester United as well. That's just come out now. Ratcliffe's made his bid. So I've got to put that in the title of the vid. Hang on a second. It's just been confirmed. Thank you very much, Roshmano. Qatari bid and Jim Ratcliffe. Qatari and Jim Ratcliffe bid confirmed. Hang on, I've got to update the title, guys, because that's just come out now. Matt Rush has just sent it to me. Thank you so much, Matty Rush. That is fucking awesome, isn't it? Come on, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because he's who I really want, to be fair. Like I've said many times, although this Qatari owner has a shitload of cash, that's fantastic. But what I think is important is to just have the right person who wants this football club for the right reasons, not necessarily some super duper millionaire playboy's, little plaything, not somebody who's just like a Roman Abramovich type or a Sheikh Mansour type thing. That's fine. They're putting money into the club and they're helping your football club. Did Chelsea fans dislike Roman Abramovich? Roman Abramovich is a shithouse. Did Chelsea fans dislike Roman? No. They loved Roman Abramovich because he brought them about success, and he actually invested a shitload of cash into the football club from his own coffers. And the only reason Chelsea was successful, post him coming in, is because he was prepared to do that. So that's what we're looking for. I mean, in regards to the ideal owner of this football club, it doesn't exist. But I think, the lesser of two evils, it's probably, it probably is Sir Jim Ratcliffe. This is big news, to be honest, guys. Big news has just come out in regards to Sir Jim. Let's just read what these are saying. So, breaking news: Sir Jim Ratcliffe has tabled his bids for Manchester United. Laurie Whitwell confirming it as well. Says Sir Jim Ratcliffe has made his bid. Sources close to the proposal say Ratcliffe wants to put Manchester United back into. Sorry, wants to put Manchester back into Manchester United should he take over. All right, okay then. But no. This is good times, and these are two bids that have been confirmed. There may well be more which materialise over the next hours or days or weeks. It's not done and dusted yet. So there's a lot of people I can see at the start of this video quite upset with the fact that Qatar were leading the race, or that they had tabled a bid because of this statement. As you can see, it's confirmed. Sheikh Jassim bin Ahmed Al Thani today confirmed his submission of a bid for 100% of United. So there is a confirmed bid from Qatar. Now, a lot of people not happy about this. I've got to be totally honest, in terms of this guy's background, in terms of who he is and what he's done and all the rest of it, I haven't got the foggiest of ideas, folks. I need to do my own research to form a proper opinion, I suppose. There's a lot of people coming in here with a lot of loaded comments and things. It might be true. I personally need to do a little bit more research in regards to that. But reports are that he loves Manchester United. A bit of background on Sheikh Jassim bin Ahmed Al Thani is that he was born in 1982, the son of a former Qatari Prime Minister, educated in the UK at the Royal Military Academy in Sandhurst, and graduated as officer cadet. Chairman of QIB, one of the leading banks in Qatar, previously a board member of Credit Suisse Group. So that's just a little profile on who he actually is. Studied military uni in the UK. There you go, skeptic, precisely. So just to give you a bit of background. But there's lots of people coming in here saying, oh, there's human rights issues and there's horrendous accusations that are being bandied at these people. Okay, these things might be the case. And nobody wants to be associated with what we consider ethically wrong values. This football club should be an ethically strong football club. It's a traditional football club. It's a family football club. We've lost that a little bit over the last however many years, certainly post-Fergie, but that's what it should be. So we don't, like I say, need to do a bit more research. We don't want, Hannibal Lecter as our owner, but we don't know if this is if that's the case. In my opinion, look, we need somebody who's prepared to spend and prepared to invest and make Manchester United great again, and that's what this statement says. So we'll see. Who's cleaning this world, says Diddy Hill. Precisely. Only Kate Cadet. Only Kate Cadet's the only guy around with no skeletons in the closet or no personality flaws. He's the only person, and we all know that's not the case. So, no, that's it. That's what I'm saying. All of these owners are potentially dirty in some way. They're all, I don't think anybody becomes a multi-millionaire without being a bit of a shithouse, to be honest with you guys. It's very, very rare that somebody can get to that stage where they have that much money and they're focused solely on making so much money. They're all a bit morally, what's the word? Dodgy. They're all a bit morally dodgy. But look, we'll see. We've got reports about Sir Jim though coming in now, guys. So news sources also close to Ratcliffe said that the bid say that any money borrowed to fund the takeover will be borne by the Ineos group rather than the club. So, let's be honest, we've heard about the money that the Qatari people have, reportedly worth $300 billion. So they're certainly not going to have any issues with financing this sort of a project at Manchester United. They can put a lot of money into the stadium, the infrastructure, everything. So there's plus points and negatives to all of these different potential owners. The Qataris, they're super duper rich. They're super rich. A negative, though, is that maybe it's just a bit of a plaything for some playboy millionaire type deal. Maybe there is some ethical, moral issues going on there as well. That's a negative. With Ratcliffe, there's some positives. He seems like a nice guy. He's got a nice smile. He's supposed to be a United fan as a kid. But negatives. He's skint compared to these other guys. So reports that, can't even necessarily buy the club outright. Might have to borrow money to fund the takeover. But it says here anyway, we've got a report here from Adam Crafton via Centre Devils that says that Man United will not be, essentially it will be the Ineos group that takes the debt rather than the club, meaning no fresh debt will be added to the Manchester United balance sheet. So, adding debt to Manchester United, it's not really what we want, is it? Like, do we really want to be bought by somebody who's having to piece together this amount of money to buy it? It's not ideal, is it? So, although, yes, okay, you've got these negatives and positives and all that kind of stuff, we've got to find a happy balance. Do we want Jim Ratcliffe to buy the club, who might be slightly more ethically better, but then we're going to be a pound band version of ourselves? Or do we want somebody who's a bit of a shithouse, but they're going to make us the biggest, greatest footballing franchise in all of sports? It's one of those, you want somewhere in the middle, I suppose. So we've got to wait and see what happens with more bids coming in, guys. So hold your horses, everyone who's saying, oh, we don't want these guys in here. Hold your horses. We don't know who's going to get the bid so far. I missed your super chat, did I? I'm so sorry. Let's go and have a look, man. Thank you very much for super chatting in here, Abjif. He says, called hypocrites by City. We are more than a club, says Abjif. Thank you, Abjif, for getting in here, bro. I mean, City calling us hypocrites. I mean, cities don't really deserve to have an opinion, to be fair, guys. They're a disgrace. They're a disgrace of a football club. They should have their titles stripped, and their owners should be kicked out of the league. There you go, I said it. But Manchester United, though, okay, we don't want to be another club like that, do we? Oil money and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, the negative impacts that has. But it would be nice to be elite again. It would be nice to be winning things. It would be nice to be winning and buying players who we should be buying, i.e. the best players in the world, and assembling the best teams and having the best facilities, and the fans having the best match days, and the fans having the best, you know, experiences going to the ground and the stadium and everything. It would be nice. It would be nice. So it kind of sounds like we've got a couple of different bids from the other ends of the spectrum at the moment. We've maybe got a super duper rich oligarch bid, which is going to turn into a whole sugar daddy situation where Manchester United just get whatever we want, and we don't want for a damn thing. And the people of Manchester will benefit from that as well. So although there's some negatives with, you know, the moral issues and all that bollocks, what about the good that it will actually do in the local area for people as well? It could bring about a lot of jobs. It could bring about a lot of opportunity, and not just for, you know, workers, but also the match day experience will be increased massively. So there's negatives and positives and all that kind of stuff, guys. So reports are that the offer's around about 5 billion. That's what is reported as the Qatar offer, £5 billion. Essentially, if they did get the club, United would have a massive advantage. So shout out to my main man Rushmano here, by the way, transfers_UTD on Twitter. Go give him a follow, guys, for latest updates. Doesn't miss a beat, this guy, in terms of what he's putting out there on his Twitter page. Go and check it out. He says Manchester United will have an overwhelming advantage over all the competitors, even Manchester City, as United will not have to push boundaries or rules to maximise the Qatari investment. So very good point there. The fact is, United's commercial revenue is massive. We don't have to overinflate anything. We would probably be able to spend 300 million every single season. Such is the commercial draw and revenue of Manchester United. We would be able to justify that. These other teams, they can't justify it to the same level. They might make it seem like that's the case. City might cook the books and have money coming in from Etihad Airways into their training ground sponsorship deal, all this bollocks, to make it seem like they're actually making proper legit money, but they're not. They're not making anywhere near the amount of money Manchester United does. And United will only generate more money if new owners like that came in. The fans would be getting behind it even more so. They'd be putting more money to the football club, buying merch, going to see games, all that kind of stuff. And also, you know, we just wouldn't have the shackles of the shithouse Glazers stopping us doing that. So we would have a big advantage over teams. I think that's fair to say if we did have those owners. So you kind of have to look at the current climate of these owners in football. Most of them are kind of, you know, these oligarchs or this kind of setup. If you want to actually compete with the big boys at the top now, look at Todd Bowley. You got to come. You got to spend huge amounts of money. So to keep up the Joneses, we're kind of going to have to do that. Now, if Sir Jim Ratcliffe buys a club, we can still do that, I think, because we generate so much cash. If we can clear all the debts, then we can still do that, whoever actually is in there. So Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted as well with this update that we just said. He says, after Sheikh Al Thani, also Ineos bid for Manchester United has been submitted tonight. So Jim Ratcliffe wants to buy the club. As stated in public, the proposal is now confirmed, as per The Athletic. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe 100% confirmed as bidded as well. I mean, that's who I want, to be fair. I don't want us to be shackled by, you know, having little money. But I know what a monster Man United is, and I know what sort of money we can generate. So it's not like we're going to just have somebody come in and then he's just going to not spend anything. I'm pretty sure once he comes in, he realises that the fans are only going to get on board if we're clearing the debts, if we are investing in all areas. So it's no good just coming in and doing a whole Mike Gashley situation and smothering Manchester United and making us want for everything. No, that's not going to do it. He's not going to buy the football club and become public enemy number one. If he's serious about buying the club, I think he will do what is needed, the bare minimum, to get us to where we need to be, investing in all areas, clearing the debt, spending money on players straight away, that kind of stuff. So it might not be to the same level as these Qataris, no. But we don't really need that, as I was saying in my video earlier on. We don't really need a super rich oligarch sugar daddy type, because Man United is such a huge club with hundreds of millions of fantastic supporters all around the world who generate huge money for the football club. As long as that money is not sucked out of the club by shithouse Glazer people and used wrongly on or used stupidly buying Slabby Maguire for 80 million quid or all the rest of it, as long as it's actually used properly, we will still be able to compete with the top teams. So Jim Ratcliffe gets my vote still, but let's have a little vote in the live chat, guys. Who would you like to see out of those two that are confirmed as having placed bids at the moment? We've got Qatar, which is this Sheikh Al-Thani, super duper, super rich, or Sir Jim Ratcliffe, you know, maybe slightly ethically better, I suppose, if that's what you want to look at. Maybe, you know, has that childhood love of Manchester United, but is a little bit skint compared to the other option. So, so there you go. We've got somebody who's prepared to turn Manchester United into the biggest, most elite football club in the world, which is this Al-Thani guy. If you read this statement, it literally says that the bid plans to return the club to its former glories, both on and off the pitch, and above all, will seek to place the fans at the heart of Manchester United Football Club. The bid will be completely debt-free via Sheikh Jassim's 9-2 Foundation, which will look to invest in the football teams, the training centre, the stadium, wider infrastructure, the fan experience, and the communities the club supports. So we're talking about massive investment, and they've got the money. To them, it's like they can definitely bankroll that sort of deal. Let's have a look at the chat then and see what you guys are saying. Wow, look at that. Wow, Qatar. Mate, that's insane. Look at that. Almost everybody says Qatar. I'm still Sir Jim Ratcliffe, to be honest, for the reasons I mentioned. United's a self-sustaining beast. I would like us to have British owners. Nothing against Qatari owners or foreign owners. I just think it would be nice. So let's ask. I'm actually going to get a poll on the go. Who would you like as new owners? And I'll just put those. I'll just put Qatar. I'll just put Qatari, Qatari, or Sir Jim. There you go. Let's get a little actual running poll on the go. By the way, we've got 316 legends in here. Give me a hell yeah in the chat. It's a Steve Austin amount of people. Also, we've just hit 100 likes. Everyone, let's take a second and drop a thumbs up on this video. We've got 300 people watching and 100 likes. You what? We can do better than that, guys. Drop a little like on this video. Give us a like spike. It'll help us boost up on the algorithm of YouTube and compete with clickbait wankers and corporation melts who pump out meaningless content all the time. So help us compete by dropping a thumbs up. It's free. So lots of Qatars coming in the live chat. There you go. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so it seems like everybody just wants the money. You know? Let me move this out the way. We move this out the way, guys, so we can see the poll. Oh, you can't actually see the percentage on there, which is a shame. But yes, okay, never mind. I'll put that back there. So it's one of those, guys. It's like nobody's perfect as an owner of this club. I would love it if we, you know, got Sir Jim in. I also would be pretty happy if we had these Qatari owners. I'll tell you why. The Glazers are fucking awful people. they're not morally fantastic, if you ask me. They have actually completely mugged off this fan base for years. What a disgusting show of shite that they've put on against this fan base. They've put very, very little money into this club. All they've done is taken money out. They've had a complete wanky banker human spud Mark Goldbridge lookalike running the fucking club for years in Ed Woodward, which is very, very disconcerting. He's only just fucked off. And then you've got now, you know, it'd be nice to have like some proper, you know, some proper investment, some proper ambition at this club, not just wanky bankers who've been put in there to oversee money-making escapades for the Glazers. So they are terrible owners. They are dirt to me as far as I'm concerned. Absolute dirt. So get rid of the fucking Glazers and get anybody else in, to be fair. You know? Yes, morally, it's we want to look at who could be the best morally, but Manchester United's going to bring a lot of positivity to the area. It's going to bring a lot of positivity to the local community. People will benefit from it. So there's pluses and minuses, guys. I keep saying it, but it's true. Chris Koo says everything that Fergie achieved progress-wise was all wiped out. Spot on. So he made us the greatest team in the world, and he had us there for a long time. He even managed to do it while the Glazers were still here because of just the sheer genius of the man. The sheer genius of the man. I mean, that if you look at the last league title that Manchester United won with Sir Alex Ferguson at the wheel, what a great job he did winning that. He got RVP in, who fired us to the title. But you actually look at that squad that was left, it's not, by no means a classic, put it that way. It doesn't compare to the 2008 squad or the 99 squad. It's a good squad. It won the league. But that was just a measure of Fergie, what a fucking genius he was, being able to get the League One with that squad, which was not the best United squad he had at his time. So, yes, he was up against it. The writing was on the wall. He could probably see that the next few years at United would have been a massive challenge because City and Chelsea and all these guys spending all that money, and he knew what the Glazers shithouses were like. Abjif, thanks for your super chat, mate. Let's get a sue in there for Abjif. He comments, prefer Dubai, their economy's not oil, it is tourism, says Abjif. Yeah, fair play to you, mate. I like your style. Interesting, Abjif. Well, thank you for getting in here. Okay. I mean, yeah. Thank you for your comment, dude. Nice one. Thank you. I mean, like I say, I'm not too bothered who it is as long as they want to make Manchester United the greatest football club in the world. And if they do that, great. There may be some people who would not want to see these particular owners at the wheel at United, and I get that. But it's not like we've got great owners at the moment. That's all I'm saying. It's like the grass isn't always green on the other side, but the grass is fucking rotten and brown and stinky and hasn't been watered in 17 years, guys. That's the reality over here right now. And so that grass over there, that lush verdant grass, it might be far away, but it's looking pretty good to me. It's looking pretty good to me, I must say. But anyway, time will tell. Let's have a look at the vote in the poll. So 177 votes so far in the poll. Thank you, everyone, for hitting that vote there. 81% of the live chat would like to see Qatar buy this, Qatari investors buy this football club. And only 19% would want Sir Jim at this moment in time. So we've got 2 confirmed offers at the moment that we know of from Sir Jim and also from Al Thani. At the moment, it's almost a complete majority. Well, it's a massive majority of the live chat thinks that Qatar would be the best. I guess it's just because it's the most money. United would be able to compete with anybody. I mean, you would see us in the summer if we could get rid of the Glazers by then and this new set of owners come in. If they could come in by the new season and we've got the summer transfer window, you would probably see us go out there and be able to spend hundreds of millions of pounds. Remember, United, in terms of being able to live within our means for financial fair play, do have a bigger advantage than almost anybody because we've got such huge fan base and huge cash generation. So we would be able to spend hundreds of millions in a window. Other teams would not be able to justify it, but we could, especially if there's a sugar daddy owner who's actually financing these deals from outside sources with his own money. It would be fantastic. We don't have to just live within what's in the bank account United that the Glazers shithouses have kept low. So that would be massive for us. We could go in the summer, we could go and sign whoever we want. Kylian Mbappe would come. Jude Bellingham would come. I mean, Eric Ten Hag must be absolutely foaming at the gash about the prospect of who he could bring him in this summer. So he was asked in an interview, actually, he said more money for Manchester United to spend after the takeover. He was asked if that's going to be the case. And he said, with a wry smile, he said, I don't know, potentially, maybe. It's not up to me. Which basically means yes, because the Glazer shithouses, they are terrible in terms of what they're properly looking to invest in. And actually, they have spent on players. They do spend on players, but they don't go the whole hog. We knew we needed another midfielder at the start of the season. We needed a right back, a striker. Certainly after Ronaldo's gone, we should have gone and got a real ambitious striker, like a real world-class signing. But no, we went and got Weghorst. So that's the difference here. We'll definitely be able to go out there and sign huge players if we had Qatari owners like that. We would go and get Mbappe. We would go and get Jude Bellingham. Declan Rice, Fucking, why, Casemiro replacement in a couple of years? No problem, whatever. Or whoever you want, we'd be able to go and get, especially with Ten Hag competitive and getting this team where we want to be. So if he finishes this season like I think he's going to finish it strongly, doesn't mean we'll win the title, but I think we'll finish strongly. We'll be right up there in everybody's thoughts for competing for the title next season. If we win a trophy, the League Cup, if we win another trophy, the Europa League or something, all of a sudden, we're a massive draw for all of the players in world football to want to go to with new owners. They can get paid the most money. They can get all of the competitions that they want in terms of the project over the next few years. United probably will be very successful because we've got a great manager, great coaching staff all of a sudden. We've actually got a really good squad. We're only a few top players away from having a really fantastic team. So a few quality players, which is going to take a big investment. So I could see us going on and just winning everything for the next few years. Look at what's happening at City. Look at what's happening at Liverpool. Nobody wants to buy Liverpool, by the way. Let's get some hashtag Scousers in the mud in there. No bids for Liverpool, guys. No, they've been they've been floating around for a long time, a lot longer than us. Yeah, a lot longer than us trying to get new owners. Yeah, trying to sell the football club. No bastard wants to buy Liverpool, though, do they? No bids for Liverpool right now, but a couple of bids on the table for Manchester United tonight, guys. Get in there. We'll see if there's going to be a bidding war that takes place as well. It's not just these two. There could be other potential owners that want to come in and try their luck, i.e. from Saudi Arabia or from America or anybody else we don't know. There could be a whole list of potential new owners who are interested in this club. We know of two guaranteed at the moment in time that have definitely submitted bids today, which is Sir Jim and Altani. So that's what we're working on with right now. But no doubt that there's plenty of opportunity for us to even have different owners than these two. Dan Tay, how you doing, you legend? Get in there, Mr. Tay. What's good, Dan? Let's read your comment now. Where's it gone? Dan Tay and Primot, how you doing as well, you legend? What's happening, Primot? Hang on, where's Dan Tay's message? Oh, yeah. The one thing I worry about in general is the cost of living. Eventually, this will hit football. It won't be the cash cow it currently is. Then what, says Dan Tay? The one thing I worry about in general is the cost of living. Eventually, this will hit football. It won't be cash cow as it currently is. I don't get it. What do you mean? So, do you think Cristiano Ronaldo's at home worrying about turning the fucking thermostat down? You know what I mean? He's like, fucking hell. It's costing me a little bit to heat this mansion at the moment. I better fucking just go and put an extra jumper on. I don't think that's necessarily what's going on. Maybe, I don't know, there's already a cost of living crisis in football, if you ask me. Fans are pushed out of the game. Football's a working class sport. It's a working class sport. And it should be a working class sport. Unfortunately, if you want to be a working class person, if you work in a factory and you want to go watch the game on a Saturday, you got to use a decent percentage of what you're making to go and watch the bloody games. And it's a disgrace, really. So there's already a cost of living crisis in football, if you ask me. It's the prawn sandwich brigade these days, not to a complete extent, but it's certainly not it's alienating to working class people, man. It really is. It really is. It costs so much to be a football supporter these days. But no. Callum Durkin, thank you for getting in with your 3-month comment. He says, oil me up, baby. He's ready for the Qataris to slide in. Mate, thank you so much, Callum Durkin, for supporting the show. Let's get a 3 in there. Also, Abjef has sent a $2 super chat. He says, will we become like City in 10 years? Money trouble. No, I don't think so, bud. No, I don't think so. Because if you look at what's going on with them is the problem they've had is that they've spent beyond their means. That's why they're in trouble now, is because they have overinflated what they actually make. They've put money through the club that is from other companies that their owners own. And so that's what's so wrong about it. It's essentially money laundering. It's essentially, it's cooking the books. Whichever way you look at it, I think so. Man United don't have to do that because let's say we had these super rich owners come in who were prepared to spend 300 million every single window. We can actually justify it compared to these other teams. These other teams can't justify it in the same way. United generates hundreds of millions a year. Rory C, thanks for your super chat. He says, Mooga. Let's get a hashtag Mooga in there, guys. Let's get a hashtag Mooga. Make United great again. Make United great again. Mooga. Do you know what the first thing we're going to do? We're going to build a wall. We're going to keep the Scousers out. We're going to build a fucking wall, guys. It's going to be anyway, never mind. But Muga, guys, that's what we want. Make United great again. I agree. Right, guys, if you're just getting in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We've got 300 legends in here, and we are getting onto 200 likes, so keep smashing that thumbs up button. A happy Friday, everybody. Let me just take a look. We're only 30 subscribers away from 69,900, guys. We're on 69,870. So if you're new, that's right, you in the Y front scratching yourself. Stop it, first of all, and then secondly, hit the subscribe. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the show and help us get to 70,000. We're on our way. We do cover the United news in a proper way. No bullshit. Don't just pump out guff for the sake of it. So click the notification bell as well. And that way, when there is something to talk about, you get notification for it and you'll be kept in the loop of what's happening. Okay. So I've got plenty more stuff to cover here, guys. Then we are going to get in for a Q&A. Please be patient. I can see there's so many legends in the chat trying to have their say, and I will get in and read everybody's comments out in a little bit. But just to clarify, it's a total buyout that's on the table from the Qatari investors. 100% of the club is what they want. And we know that they like Mbappe, so according to French outlet Le Parisien, nobody watches League One in Qatar. They only watch Messi, Neymar and Mbappe in the Champions League. The only championship that excites them is the Premier League. So in terms of whether or not they would want to go and get the world's best players at United, I think they would. I think they would be prepared to go and spend 200 odd million to bring a player like Mbappe to the football club. I genuinely believe they would be prepared to do that. We've seen the Glazers and the shithouses, getting extra leverage with the last couple of days' links as well, because share prices have gone up a huge amount at Manchester United due to the fact that these offers were approaching and were on the table. And I'll just put the statement up from the Altani family for anybody who's just getting into the chat. Now, let me check what's just come through. Thank you, Rushmani, for sending all this stuff over. So, reports are that there may be 2 to 3 rounds of bidding. So, it's not going to be a straightforward in a couple of week deal. I think the soonest we can expect Manchester United to be purchased would probably be sometime before the end of the season. But there may be 2 to 3 rounds of bidding. Qatari bid is confident they will prevail. So remember, it is going to essentially go to the highest bidder. So reports are that Qatar have put in a bid of somewhere around about £5 billion. It was reported a little while ago that Sir Jim Ratcliffe would probably be closer to £4.5 billion. So essentially, they're going to gauge all the different offers and the levels of interest. The Rain Group are overseeing the sale or overseeing the interested bidding process and everything for the Glazer family, and they will be advising them on who to accept. And it doesn't take a genius to work out that it will be the one that's worth the most money to the Glazers, I think. Not necessarily the one that's best for the club. It will just be the one that makes the Glazers the most money. So I think it will be a case of it goes to the highest bidder. Whoever that is, well, we'll see. I don't think it will be Sir Jim Ratcliffe who's the highest bidder because, well, it seems like he's a bit skint compared to some of these other owners. I mean, we've had reports to say that his proposal may not, actually be sort of have all the money to begin with. It may be a case of he's borrowing money, but Ineos is borrowing money, and this is all just speculation at the moment, by the way. But that we don't really want that either. But Sir Jim Ratcliffe has told the Rain Group conducting the sale that he can be the long-term custodian for the club after receiving Wall Street backing. And he's tabled his bid for United. So it's exciting times, guys. It's very exciting times. We have another source here that says Sheikh Jassim is prepared to pay a world record price for a sports club to buy Man United. The current world record is $3.75 billion. The Denver Broncos were sold last summer. So it would be a world record for a sports franchise. Remember that. So can they expect to receive much more than $5 billion? Probably not. Right, okay. This is exciting though, isn't it? Hey Tom, hey Matt G, BSOD, Rajat, Shadow, Dunn, Damien, Neil, Chris, Skeptic, Paul, everybody, thanks for being here. We are going to get into the live chat. I'm just going to do a very quick rundown of what we've discussed, and then I'm going to get into the Q&A and see what all you legends are saying for yourselves. So, as I said, bid has been described as indicative. Understand once all bidders get into the latter stages of the process, they'll formally present relevant financial information in a data sheet. So it's still very early days. Ten Hag is been asked about will United be able to spend more, and he just very much tongue-in-cheek said, I don't know, potentially, maybe, it's not up to me. But I think Ten Hag is safe. One thing that is a concern sometimes is when new owners come into a football club, they want to do things their way, don't they? And they don't necessarily want to stick with the current regime, be it coaching staff or executives behind the scene. And I wouldn't really necessarily be bothered if people like Arnold and that kind of thing go if we're putting people in place who are also good at the job that they want and that we're prepared to spend. But we don't want to change a regime in terms of the coaching staff, absolutely not. But I don't think that's anywhere near to being even a thing, because I think that would just completely alienate the fan base if owners came in and got rid of Ten Hag, who is literally just everybody's favourite right now. I mean, Ten Hag is super exceeded expectation. Nobody thought he would sort of have the start that he's had. He just seems like such a great guy. He's confirmed it all. He's basically like confirmed all the thoughts that he would be a great manager in this spell that he's been at the club in a short amount of time. He's got us competitive. He's made the right signings. He's brought hunger back to the team. He had to deal with that Ronaldo situation and did so gracefully and wonderfully. And he's probably got a massive penis too, you know. He gives off those vibes. My brother said that yesterday to me. I don't know why. It popped in my head. He said, I bet Ten Hag's got a massive penis. Anyway. Right. So, you know, Ten Hag's done brilliant. He's done fantastic at this football club. And he is... he's not going to get sacked off by any owners coming in. So I don't think we need to worry about that. But I just thought I'd mention it because sometimes you do see new owners come in and they just go, you know what, we're going to do things our way. You've done good, but we're going to get somebody else. Let's go and appoint Sam Allardyce. You know, we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. But I don't think that's anywhere near being possible because Ten Hag's just done such a stand-up job so far of being Manchester United manager. United will have a huge advantage over any other team as well because of the generation of this club, the money that we make. The offer's reported to be £5 billion from Qatar. Jassim's background here: was educated in the UK at the Royal Military Academy in Sandhurst and graduated as an officer cadet, chairman of a huge bank in Qatar. Apparently he loves United as well. So Al-Thani is not planning to buy Man United to make money. He does this because he's a Manchester United fan. This is via Sky Cave. And, you know, let's hope that's the case. If he is going to buy the football club, let's hope it is out of a love of the football club. But I don't think it would be a case of trying to run it as a business because these guys are worth hundreds of billions. So I think it would just be a passion project for them. Something, maybe a little plaything for a Playboy billionaire, but still a passion project nonetheless. And just to clarify, once again, the statement reads, Sheikh Jassim bin Ahmed Al Thani today confirmed his submission of a bid for 100% of Manchester United Football Club. The bid plans to return the club to its former glories both on and off the pitch, and above all will seek to place the fans at the heart of Manchester United Football Club once more. The bid will be completely debt-free via Sheikh Jassim's 9-2 Foundation, which will look to invest in the football team, the training centre, the stadium, wider infrastructure, the fan experience and the communities the club supports. The vision of the bid is for Manchester United Football Club to be renowned for footballing excellence and regarded as the greatest football club in the world. More details to follow. So that's the statement. Let's get into the chat now, guys. If there's anything else that breaks during this show, we'll let you know. But let's get into the live chat. Give you all an opportunity to have your say now. Once again, twat that like button on it. It helps the channel. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. If you want to chat as well, you need to be subscribed to the channel, but you only need to be subscribed for 0 seconds. So what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and get yourself in the chat. Let's do this. Tom Teasy says Elon's the guy we need. Yeah, but does he actually want to do it, though? He's all mouth, no trousers, that bloke, when it comes to United. With all these other ventures, he does do things pretty full-blooded. I mean, he sort of mentioned buying Twitter a little while ago, and I guess not that many people thought it would materialise. But he did buy Twitter for a ridiculous amount of money. So I wouldn't rule it out. And his other ventures, like I've talked about many times, I think Elon Musk is one of the innovators and one of the geniuses of our generation, to be honest. How can you deny him? He's you might not like him, but he's definitely an innovator. If he bought Manchester United, I would feel pretty confident that he would be prepared to do what's needed to make this club great. So I would be okay with that as well. The key is just to get these rats out, just to get these Glazer shithouses out of the club. Protest against Qatar on Sunday incoming, says Big T. Could well be. We know who's going to take over. It's obvious as Damien Clark. Yeah, it probably is going to be Qatar, lad, because they will probably spend the most, and the Glazers just want the most money. ZX Flame says Glazers should buy Liverpool. Mate, that would be the best thing ever, dude. Imagine if they sold United and just went and bought Liverpool. That'd be the best thing ever, lad. Yeah, Sean Nettleton, what's going on? He says, about time you lot got rid of the Glazers. Definitely, Sean. How you doing, Nettleton, you legend? Damn right. It's been a long time coming. These guys have hindered us for a long time. I wonder what Man United would have been capable of doing post-Fergie if we'd have had different owners. If we'd have had owners like, I don't want to mention Chelsea and Shitty and these sorts of teams, but that's sort of who you have to compete with these days. But if United did have that level of owner where, we're not wanting for anything, we would have had loads more titles than we've got now. That's the reality. We would have done. From the position we were left in from Fergie, which is a title winning side, we should have been able to just kick on, really. We should have continued investing, but didn't really work from those guys. So they've just done terrible for us over the years, and they have actually sunk our fortunes. And it's time for us to get back up there. It really is. Cake says, if there is a Qatar protest, I will join it. Fair play to you. I'm feeling much better, Jacob. Thank you for asking, mate. Yeah, Rashad, that'd be absolutely amazing if they're going for Liverpool. Maybe Rashad, he says, Dubai are going to sneak in a late bid. Quite possibly. So we know that there's essentially a soft deadline, but it doesn't really mean all that much. These things take a long time, and if there's going to be a bid tomorrow or in a week, they're all just as valid. It depends who's serious, who can prove their funds, and who's actually willing to take it to the latter stages of this bidding process. So there could be offers from Saudi, America, Dubai, who knows? Definitely this isn't just these two duking it out, I don't think, for the club. I don't think it's just these Qatari investors or just Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Honestly, think it will be many more than that, because what a great opportunity it is to get the best football club in the land. What a change from a year ago. Yes, Damien, madness. You really hope we get Qatar. Really don't want Sir Jim, says Lucy Tom. Our fair play. Why is that then? Just because maybe we're not going to be spending as much, maybe we won't have the financial power with Sir Jim perhaps. But you have to remember, United is an incredible club with huge financial power on its own. Well, without the Glazers, I should say, because they hinder us. When you're paying debts every single year, when you've got to service that debt, you've got to pay the interest. It amounts to what? God knows how much. It could be 40 million a year or something like that. They're just servicing on debt. It's a waste of money. You're never going to reach your full potential having to pay interest and things like that. So, yeah. Hey, what's going on there, Adark? Why, yeah, Adam, welcome in. Yes, it's been a while. What's happening? Thank you, Rushmano. He says, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Yes, there you go, Musbrace says, Pigster. Jim fucked it at Nice. Okay. I almost read that as something slightly different then. You know what I mean? So yes, he owns a football club in France, right? But Man United's a totally different beast. It's a totally different beast to OGC Nice, but it's a fair comment. I mean, could we see a reality where he does really well for us and is successful? I mean, I definitely can, but I can also imagine us getting there a lot quicker if we're just got Qatar investors who are spending hundreds of millions every single window. Definitely. Tonti says, Pig, get your ass on FIFA, lad. I'd love to, mate, but I'm in a hotel, mate, and I can't really do like a stream till 3 a.m. because it just pisses people off, mate. But soon, though, something like that, Tom. Chris Koo, thanks for the super chat here, Chris Koo, mate. He says, Zayn Miassi, blah, 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 blah. Is Zayn in here? I haven't seen Zayn. Zayn, can you imagine Zayn's face, though, if we've got new owners who are worth 300 billion? Could you imagine? Because, Zayn Miassi likes to give it the old Billy Big Bollocks, doesn't he? And he likes to say that, United are a shot and all that kind of thing. But Ten Hag's got us back to sort of being competitive. And if we had that level of backing, all these other teams like Arsenal and City and Liverpool and Chelsea, they'll be absolutely crapping their pants. Because they know that once we've got that level of backing, there'll be no stopping United. I mean, money doesn't always bring you success, actually. There's been plenty of examples where people have just chucked money at the football team. It's actually done no good at all. Middlesbrough or, you know, whoever. Like, it does happen. But I think that given the history and the quality and the manager we've got and the squad where it is right now, if you chuck a few $100 million at it every single year, how could it be anything other than a huge success? So, yeah, I'm excited to see us do that and be competitive in all areas once again. Qatar money alone is 335 billion, plus Man City's Dubai is 150 billion, says Midgard. That's what I'm saying, yes. Whereas Sir Jim Ratcliffe would just about being able to scrimp enough money together to buy the club, maybe pay off the debts, and then what? So we understand maybe that it's a consortium. Maybe he's also going to have to sort of leverage some money against Ineos, maybe, as in putting them in debt to buy Manchester United Football Club, taking a loan essentially. That's not ideal, is it? You don't want owners who are having to mortgage their purchase of the football club, to be honest. That is a red flag right there. But we don't know that's 100% the case yet. We have to wait for all these to progress. Lucy says Sir Jim is borrowing money to buy United. That's a red flag. Yes, just as I said. Big red flag if that's the case. But we don't know 100% that to be the case. It's reported that that's the case. But you've got to let people have their say. You've got to let people lay down their plan. So let's see first. No transfers in the summer. Hey, K, what's going on? Chrissy J says they'll pump money into the UK economy, so can't see how they don't get United. Absolutely, Chrissy J, yeah. I don't think there's any issues with the Premier League not wanting a Qatar, sale. If you look at what clubs in this country are owned by outside owners, i.e. foreign owners from abroad, then there's a lot of them, most of them. So I don't think they could say, oh, Qatar, you can't come and play ball. That's not going to be the case. So if they want to buy the club, I'm pretty sure it will be done. Ryan thinks Qatar's a done deal. Get in there, Ryan. Mark Williams. Rushmano, thank you for the £5 super chat here, you legend. He says, so shitty, dippers, arseholes only become relevant when we play them. Love it. Go on, Rushmano. He's getting in there raw. Rushy, you're a proper United fan, aren't you, my son? You're a season ticket holder. You've got about as much passion and love for Manchester United as anybody. Do you care which one of these guys owns the club? Sir Jim or these Qatari guys? Do you care? Because I don't. I personally don't. I'll just be over the moon to get those absolute glazer schmuck bags out of this club, man. That's what I'll be happy with. Sean says, Pig, we're lucky that we have a chairman who's from the town, loves the club like any normal fan, wouldn't swap him for anyone. Sean Nettleton, Middlesbrough fan, by the way, represent Michael Carrick doing bits. Sean, you bring up a great point, mate. Wow, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Imagine if this football club was just owned by, I don't know, Mick Hucknall or something. Or just somebody who's like a proper passionate United fan, and I don't know, Christopher Eccleston or someone. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It really would be nice to have that at your club, Sean. That is very special, actually, bud. That is very special. But the reality is that's shitty Middlesbrough lad. That's not going to happen in today's day and age with these clubs being worth 5 billion the Prem, lad. Do you know what I mean? So, no, I'm joking, Sean. I'm joking. It's a very good club, very good club. But, yeah, I mean... but you know what I mean, though. It's like, who's actually capable of... What individual from Manchester, who's a Man United fan, is capable of just buying Man United off of the Glazers outright? I can't think of anybody, really, who's got that sort of level of money, who's like a through and through United fan from a boy and is like just a local person. There probably is someone, but I can't think of them. And actually getting them to part with all that money and to buy the club is another story. So it would be lovely to have that. You are lucky to have that. Like you said, you wouldn't change it for anything. That is amazing. I would love to have that at Manchester United as well. But the reality is that's probably never going to happen for us ever again. So we just got to sort of make the most of what we can with whichever owners come in. Rory C, thanks for being a member for 5 months. Let's get a #5 in there. He says, why can't Norway Sovereign Wealth Fund get involved? 1.19 trillion, mainly from oil, but no moral dilemma involved for us, says Rory C. Interesting, there's a massive fan base in Norway for Manchester United as well, due to, well, I'm guessing people like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer playing for Manchester United for so long, being a legend. Ronnie Johnson, etc. Rory C. Rory C. Yes, lad. Interested? I mean, I don't know. Why don't you contact them, mate, and ask them? I'd love that. The more offers we've got on the table, the better we can, they can see who's going to be the best fit for the football club. But it does seem like Qatar are serious. Yeah, Sean says, good times ahead for you lot, bro. Don't worry, man. You're going to be even greater again. Come on. Chrissy J, thank you, bud. Rushmano says, I just want these Glazer shithouses out. They have destroyed us over too many years. That's right, yes. So that's what I was saying as well. It's like, we don't really, yeah, he says, couldn't give a toss. So to answer my question that I asked to Rushmano, I said, could he care who it is who owns the club, really? And he says he couldn't give a toss. I agree. As long as it's not going to be somebody who's like the Glazers, i.e. they're buying the club with debt money, or they're just going to just be tight-fisted, Mike Ashley type owners. We don't want that. We just want some owners who will oversee the club well, who will put most of what this club generates back into the club, and will strive for success and greatness in all areas. If they tick all those boxes, then I don't really care who it is, to be fair. Jonathan Gallagher says, the money Qatar owner has doesn't change the fact of their history of issues. Jonathan, I hate to tell you this, mate, but Britain's got some history and issues as well, lad. You know what I mean? That's the thing with history and issues, mate. They don't go away, I mean, just a short while ago, I watched a movie called Zulu. It's a classic movie, guys. Michael Caine. Don't throw those bloody spears at me. It's an absolute classic, right? However, if you actually go back and read about it, basically, the Zulu nation in Africa just wanted to be independent and be their own nation. The Brits went over there and said, no, fuck that. You're going to join South Africa, motherfuckers. And if not, we're going to just genocide you all. And that's what they did. Now, I'm not saying... Now, does that mean we don't want a British owner? Do you know what I mean? Does that mean we don't want a British owner, lad? Just saying. Okay, maybe there's a bit of a statute of limitations going on with the Zulu War, but all I'm saying is, we ain't no saints either, boss. You know what I mean? We're no saints either, boss. Luan France says, guys, the 9-2 Foundation, class of 92, passion, that says it all. That is class, isn't it, Luan France? Love that. Love that. So anyway, that's all I'm saying is that there's no perfect owners, Jonathan Gallagher. If only you could win the Euro Millions or the Euro Billions, Jonathan Gallagher, then you could be the owner, Jonathan Gallagher. That would be fantastic. But until then, we've got to get these Glazers out. They're awful. They're morally terrible. They ruin this football club. They shackle the club. They hurt the fan base. They flush our traditions and history down the shitter. They would be quite happy to sail us down the river into the European Super League. We don't want owners like that. On the Head Football Live says, more offers is not better, means more bidding, more Glazers, more options for them. Exactly, yes. ZX Flame says, 5 bin in his pocket change for Qatar. Absolutely. And then what you have to think of it, if it is like a sugar daddy's play thing, I don't really like the whole sugar daddy thing when it's other teams. But if it's us, and they come in and buy the club for 5 bill, and then over the next few seasons they spend another 5 bill on getting us a state-of-the-art stadium, and when we've got Mbappe and we've got all the best players in the world, Bellingham, and we're not wanting for anything, I'm pretty sure we all feel pretty good about that. That's just how it is. We'll all feel pretty good about that, especially from when we've gone from having Harry Maguire as our captain for a couple of seasons and buying players like Wout Weghorst out of the Poundland stockroom in January. Once we've gone from doing that to going and buy Kylian Mbappe, I think we'll all feel pretty fucking good about it, won't we? I am excited about it as well, Ronnie. Berber says, I couldn't give a fuck about politics. I just want to see United win. Come on, Berber, get in there. Nice one. Yeah, I mean, I'm more or less with you because I think they've all got some sort of issues. Everybody who's a billionaire's got some sort of bloody skeletons in the closet, man. Kate Cadet says, what Britain did back then is the same as what Qatar's royal family do today, says the Kate Cadet of FC United. Oh, Kate Cadet. Oh, dude. Okay, so I know I used the Zulu War as an example, which happened in, 1857, or I don't even know when it was, long time ago. But you know what, Kate Cadet, lad? You don't even have to go that far back, mate. How about just going back a few years for atrocities that the English have committed? And I'm English and proud and all that sort of stuff, but we're no saints, mate. Oh, we'll just go into, I don't know, Iraq, and because we'll just support the Yanks because they've got weapons of mass destruction, mate, and we'll just topple their regime. We'll kill loads of civilians in the process, accidentally, of course, because they've got weapons of mass destruction and we're doing good. But, you know, it's not as clear cut as that, mate. You know, you don't have to go that far back. Now you've got to remember, we are also with issues, bud. We are also with issues. In fact, bud, if you want to talk about who's left a mark on this world in a negative fashion, it's hard to look beyond the British for anybody. At one point, go and have a look at the British Empire, the red map. Go and have a look at that, at our highest, our most widespread. We basically had all of the world enslaved, mate. You know what I mean? That's the British, man. That's the British do. We had India, we had fucking everything like that. That's ours. We'll take that. So how are we any better, mate? That's what I'm saying. How are we any better? Thank you, Russ Mank. Thank you, Must Play, Two-Tone. Right. Tom T says Britain owns 75% of the world and occupied 25% at one point. There you go. Ronnie Dodge says our history as Brits is the ultimate evil. I agree. It is very evil, mate. You know, and I'm glad it's in the history. And things change and societies change. And hopefully we move on from those times. And we realise that, you know, it's terrible to take advantage of any people anywhere. And hopefully we learn that. But it's not that long ago. We don't have to go back that long until that was the case. Just go back to, you know, Tony Blair or go back to whoever. There's definitely a lot of issues that this country has got involved with, which we probably shouldn't have. So anyway, this is getting way too political for me, guys. This is supposed to be about football. You know, fuck all the politics. Let's talk about football. We want to see United on the right track, winning things again. Look, yeah, politics is deeply rooted in everything, I understand. But at the same time, look, we're talking about it from the football aspect. Hey, Knots Gaming 87, what's going on? Seriously, says, hey Pig, I've been following you for years, bro. Seriously, you have indeed. You're a Don. He says, love your realness. It's a mad situation, innit? Just wanted to say, big love. We're all united till we die and it's safe. Thank you, seriously. Appreciate you, dude, and good to see you in here. And thanks for commenting, lad. Yeah, that's it. We're all united. We all just want to see United do well. And do we want to be playing second fiddle to, you know, City, who have won 4 Premier Leagues out of the last 5? Do we want to be in that situation? I don't. It's disgusting and it's wrong that they have cheated their way to where they are now. And we have the Glazers in charge who make us uncompetitive. It's fucking awful, man. We should be able to smash those City scummers up, man. And if we had owners that were like their owners, we would do, because we're a bigger, better club. Simple. Ronnie says, did you see the interview that Ten Hag was asked about human rights about Qatar? I'm like, sod off with your anti-Qatar agenda, says Ronnie Dodge. You know, it's one of those, isn't it? We saw it all during the World Cup. There is some human rights issues in Qatar. Definitely. And, you know, but there's some human rights issues in Britain as well. That's what people don't understand. That's what people don't seem to understand. Rose-tinted glasses, man. Piggy, who's your top 3 players for the summer, says Christian Sauce. Kylian Mbappe, go and get the goal scorer. Jude Bellingham to replace Eriksen. Not to replace Eriksen. Eriksen will drop down into squad depth and still play a lot of games. But Jude Bellingham to go alongside Casemiro. And then I'd probably go and get... I mean, we're right for wingers, aren't we? I'll probably go and get like a meaty right back or something, but I can't think of anyone right now. A meaty right back, Dumfries or someone, I don't know. But those would probably be my 3 signings, lad. Yeah, there you go. All third world countries have human rights issues, says Ezio Auditor. Facts, mate, says Tom. Thank you, Tom Teasy. If you like it, then that's fair enough, but I'm allowed my opinion too. Yes, you are, Kate Cadet. Don't we know it as well, bud? Dude, don't we know it? You are Mr. Opinionated, sir. Of course you're allowed your opinion. Don't we bloody know it, lad? K Slater, what's going on, you legend? And Jonathan agrees with you. He says, doesn't mean it's right what Qatar's done, says Jonathan Gallagher. No, fair enough. Doesn't mean it's right, does it? Doesn't mean it's right what England's done. Come on, people. Like, nobody's perfect here. Tom says Timber, Bellingham and Mbappe, because why not, says Tom. Great shout. Yeah, Jurian Timber. Yeah, okay, that's another really good option as well. Yeah, great shout. Youngster, versatile, Ten Hag loves him. Good shout. Could even see De Jong on that list as well. Could even see Declan Rice on that list as well. But out of all those midfielders, I do like Jude Bellingham the most. His age is incredible considering how good he is. I mean, he was fantastic for England. He's been reportedly fantastic over in Germany. I don't really watch it that much, but you can just see when he's playing for England, he's a fucking quality player, and he's only a kid. So to get something like that in would be just sorting us out for the next decade. So I would go and spend the money on him, even if it costs 130 million. It's not our money, is it? If Qatar come in and buy this club and they've got the money, just go and spend the money on a player like Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, and yeah, you might have to spend 300 million plus to get both of those guys. But then that's it. You're sorted now for years and years and years. You've got 2 Rolls Royces to add to your collection of Rolls Royces. And we know all about these oligarchs and their Rolls Royces, mate. They love a gold-plated Rolls Royce, don't they? So they would be happy to go and get these types of players to give us a whole fleet of Rolls Royces, like the Sultan of Brunei or some shite. It would be amazing. So that's what we need. We should have a fleet of Rolls Royces out there on the pitch. We shouldn't have a couple of rollers and a couple of fucking Robin Reliance, which is what we've got at the moment. It'd be nice, and actually we are doing really well, but it would be nice if we just had a full-on fantastic squad to compete with the very best. Crikey, the chat is popping off, guys. Jedi Stew says Harry Kane putting in transfer request Monday morning. Well, sorry to say, but if the price is not an issue, then Harry Kane can do one. I've always said I would love to take Harry Kane at United because he's super proven as a goal scorer in the Premier League, and he's very good. But he's not the youngest now. He's not old either, but he's what, like 30? He's also a bit of an injury-prone melt. He's also talked like this, and that just winds me up, mate. And he's also got a face like Rodney Trotter. And he's also a Spurs scummer. He's also never won a damn trophy in his life, don't know how to win. So, do you know what? I'd go for Kylian Mbappe. I'd go for Kylian Mbappe. If the interest from the player isn't going to be an issue, i.e. they're coming to Ten Hag's project and he's backed by hundreds of billions of dollars worth of, power, then we could go and get Kylian Mbappe. So I would forget Kane and I'd just go and get Kylian Mbappe if we've got the choice. As much as I love Kane and would have had him, 2 weeks ago, Kylian Mbappe was not a realistic possibility for Man United to sign. No way. He would have never have come here. But if we've got new owners who are that rich and Ten Hag's doing what he's doing and we're competing, we can sign anybody because we are a fantastic club. Yo, Big Bear, what's going on? Hey, Russ Mank, thanks for the $5, bro. He sent a super chat in. Let's get some love hearts in there for Russ. Thank you, Russ. Russ Mank getting in says, been following you since your funny rants on Moyes. Thank you, bud. He says, Qatar in pig, and let's get Osimhen, Bellingham, De Jong, and Hakimi. Rivals are scared. Oh, Hakimi's absolutely mint as well. That's a great shout, yeah. Love it. Thank you, Russ Mank, for your comment. Yeah, precisely. Imagine if we just went and got those players in one window. What an ambitious window, and what a world-class squad we would have, pretty much better than anybody's. If you've got Mbappe in your team, we'll go and get Bellingham. Or, like you say, Osimhen rather instead of Mbappe. I mean, Osimhen's a great prospect as well. Not even a prospect. He's in his prime now. He's young, 23 or something. But he's a goal scorer. He's a super quick physical player. Something like that would be great. That's who we should have gone and got in January rather than cheaping out on Weghorst. But we've got the Glazers in charge. De Jong, if Ten Hag wants De Jong, I'd be happy to go get De Jong, absolutely. Thank you, Russ Mank, for watching all that time, bud. I really appreciate you commenting as well and sending in a super chat, lad. Thank you. Abjif with another super chat says, if we go woke, we go broke. Footy is not politics. Abjif, what a great... Dude, you're so right. You're so right, aren't you? I love that, Abjif. If we go woke, we go broke. Footy is not politics. Well said, man. Well said. It's true. In this day and age, to compete with the top teams, you've got to have a shithouse, morally horrible owner. That's the way it is, guys. You've got to have a horrible, rich, billionaire owner with dodgy ethics if you want to compete on the football pitch. The mic's cut out, Hashim. Did it? Hopefully it's okay. Did it? Oh, sorry about that. Maybe my leg did hit the wire, actually. Sorry about that. I've got a wire dangling there. Okay, guys. Keep getting your comments in. This chat's absolutely kicking off tonight, and I'm going to stick around. I'm all for it, guys. I'm loving this debate. It's nearly midnight, but we're going to keep the show going. So thank you for being here, everyone. Drop a like on it. Let's see if we can get 300 likes. We're not that far away. We are currently on 241. So we need another. You get another 59. Not 69. Another 59 likes, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's get 300 likes on it. Also, let's just check how many subscribers we are away from the next milestone, 69,000. 900. We're 21 subscribers away. That's all. So if you out there guys are new watching this for the first time, click that subscribe button. You know it makes sense. It's free to subscribe. It's the red one that says subscribe down there somewhere. Subscribe. Yeah, AU says Glazers also supported the Bush campaign, who went on to kill 1 million Iraqis. No one mentioned their human rights abuse. AU, great comment. I did earlier on. I did earlier on. That's what I'm saying, man. And Britain backed them, by the way, the Bush administration. Tony Blair cacked his pants and cowered and just went, yes, okay, George, we'll do whatever you want, bud. And, yeah, so, you know, we're no better, mate. We're no fucking better, are we? Super chat says Rajat V. Oh, sorry, I missed it, guys. Where is it? Ronnie Dodge. Thank you, Ronnie Dodge, for your super chat, lad. Ronnie Dodge says Frankie going up to Eric on Thursday saying I'm in. Oh, interesting. Yes. Oh, I'll meet you after the game. You know what I mean? Meet you after the game, Frankie. Good shout. Good shout, Ronnie. Mikhail Escuderi says get politics out of football. Thank you, Ronnie Dodge, for the super chat, mate. Nice guys never win you the title, pig. Exactly, Rajat. Nice guys finish last, don't they? Kate Cadet says politics has always been involved in sport. What do you think there are no political agendas when countries bid for World Cups? Give me a break. Well, he's got us there. He's got us there, hasn't he? With that whole Qatar being awarded the World Cup. He's got us there. It is. Politics has always been involved in football. It's true. It is true. But I don't like to. I've never liked talking about politics. I'll tell you why. It's not because I don't have my own views and I'm okay talking about my own views in regards to politics. But some people are very funny when it comes to disagreeing with your views on politics. And they're like, you know what, I liked you for 7 years talking about football. But now because you said you support this guy or something, I'm fucking done with you. Politics is so alienating, man. I'd rather not talk about it in general. Case Slater says football stirs passions. And this is a passionate fan base. It is, Case Slater. You can see that just from tonight's level of opposition in the chat and stuff. Ryan says, I don't want to just buy everyone to win anything. Actually, no, I do. But what I'm saying is be careful to keep Ten Hag and keep Rashford as our top guy. Don't buy dickheads to upset the apple cart. So true, Ryan. Yes. Oh, yes, I mentioned it a bit earlier on. Ten Hag's got to stay. Sometimes new owners come in and just want to get their own guy in. But no, Ten Hag's got to stay. The coach, he's got to still have the freedoms that he's got to buy who he wants, sell who he wants, play who he wants. He's got to have all those freedoms still. I completely concur with what you're saying there. Absolutely. ZX Fame says people are acting like Sir Jim is innocent. There you go, ZX Fame. Again, I haven't done my diligent research, or my due diligence, I should say, on the Sheikh from Qatar or Sir Jim Ratcliffe, in all honesty, with potentially what they've done in their past. I honestly don't know. And I should do that, to be honest, because it depends the level of magnitude, what's being, accusations are being bandied around as to whether or not you want these people buying the football club. It's like, do you want Mason Greenwood to be owner of this club? Oh, God. But it's like, do you? Well, we have to talk about ethics and politics to a degree because it does impact the club. A silly place to squad says United can't lose that status of using youth players in the squad. Yeah, definitely. So we've always kept that going, haven't we? Playing youth academy products in every single match day squad since God knows when. And also, the whole fact of producing talents. We want to keep doing that. We don't just want to go out there and spend and buy all of the players that are around and assemble a Galactico team and not produce talents. I agree. We still want to keep our identity, but we want to go and buy a few. Rajat says we need to get Bellingham or De Jong, 100%. Yeah. Kate Cadet says nobody said Sir Jim is innocent, but there are levels, says the Kate Cadet. I mean, it's a fair point. Yeah, fair point. Ruthless Sausage says at the end of the day, the Glazers have done exactly what they wanted to do. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, Aim Adnan there. Aim Adnan, get in there. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. If you guys are new like Aim Adnan, then you know what to do, guys. Hit the subscribe, have your say. If you subscribe to the channel, you can chat. We're going to be on here for a good few minutes more, seeing what your legends are saying. Two Tone says Frankie can do one. Still waiting for wages he won't get. He can rot at Barca. Yeah, fair comment. Fair comment. But if that wasn't the case, and if Man United were prepared to pay the extra wages to Barca to get the deal done, which we might be prepared to do with Qatari owners coming in spending shitloads of cash, then it's not really Frankie's fault. Like I've talked about previously, if you were owed a lot of money, we're talking about multiple millions of pounds here. If you were owed that, would you just be prepared to go, yeah, you know what? Yeah, just keep it. just keep it. I'm going to go play in foggy old Manchester. You keep that 16 mil you owe me or whatever. I don't think you would. I think you want to get that, you know? So, yeah. Aim Adnan says, best one is Qatari bid. No politics in football. I'm no agenda of media. Please look at noisy neighbours. Yeah, true, Aim Adnan. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There's already loads of shithouse owners in this league. Mason Mount is being linked to Manchester United, isn't he? Yeah. You know, I don't really want him. I don't really want Mason Mount. We don't need him. Why do we need Mason Mount? We don't need Mason Mount. Must places Jonathan Gallagher, Ineos, the company that Ratcliffe works with, invested over $2 billion in Saudi Arabia. There you go, must play. I mean, Jonathan Gallagher lives in Ireland, okay? In Ireland, where do you get your electricity from in Ireland? Where do you get your gas from? I actually don't know, so I'm asking you. But somewhere along the line, there's probably some oligarch or something sat in an ivory tower whipping a fucking child or something, you know, and, you know, he's bloody a complete ethically horrible melt. But are you going to turn your radiator off, son, and sit in the fucking cold? No, you're not, are you, bud? You're not, are you, lad? You're going to sit there with your hob on and you're going to fucking use the electricity, you know. So practice what you preach, people. If you really want to be that morally, ethically right, practice what you preach. Oh man, it's a bit harsh, isn't it? A bit harsh, because it's a bit harsh, but I'm just having a laugh, guys. All right. Silly place to squat says every billionaire, living or dead, has some kind of blood on their hands, says a silly place to squat. There we have it. Yeah, there we have it. Skeptic says, Pig, you got the woke mafia infiltrated here, says Skeptic. Well, that's what's so interesting about this community. It's like, everybody's got different views. Everybody's from a different place in the world. Some people have a Western eye. Some people have an Eastern eye. Some people have a different outlook. Or some people have been raised to think in a certain way. So everybody's different, guys, is what I'm saying. And I welcome that. I think the world's a beautiful place with differences, guys. It'd be boring if everybody thought the same way. Chris Koo, thank you so much for being here with a super sticker. He says, for you. Thank you for the £4 super sticker there. Let's get some super chat emojis in there for him. Thank you, Chris. That's very nice of you. Thanks for the £4 tip. He's given me a coffee, lad. Thank you so much. We've got the hob on watching you, says seriously. Hoopman says it's not woke. It's having morals. People wanting Greenwood playing a week ago. Now this. No, I feel you. But you know, like we've said, there's obviously pluses and minuses with who could come in. So I still, honestly, hand on heart, I still would like us to have a British owner like Sir Jim Ratcliffe, even if it means we've got less money, because I know United would generate, you know, huge money anyway, and we'd be able to sustain ourselves. But I can't pretend that I wouldn't be absolutely on board with just us becoming the most powerful team in the world again, which is what would happen with those sorts of guys in there. And as I mentioned previously, my own country's regime, my own country, is responsible for many atrocities in recent years. It really is. And, you know, I don't really want to get into it now because I don't want to get my channel banned. But, you know, we are no saints or angels ourselves. I don't know why people think we are. I don't know why people think we are. It's just because that's who we are. We're on this team. That's what it is. But in reality, we're just as bad as everybody else, guys. We are. I don't care what people say. We still have bombed towns in Syria, and, you know, there's been collateral damage with kids fucking being burned to death and stuff, or wherever, you know. That's still a thing. That still happened, right? So, anyway, fucking hell. Champs for show. Thank you for the $5 super chat, mate. It's a high five right there. Thank you so much, Champs for show. Top man. Thank you for the super sticker, bud. Tom Riddle says, facts, Pig. Thank you so much, mate. Yeah, you know it. Kieran. Thank you, Kieran. He says, good to see you back. Smash and like for the Piggy, says Kieran. Thank you, Kieran, bro. 8 months of member he's been. #8 for Kieran. Let's go. He says, don't get your channel banned. Well, to be honest, I don't think talking about politics does get your channel banned anyway. Crikey, there's so many channels out there putting out so much heinous information and so much heinous content in regards to politics or wars and whatever it may be. I'm pretty sure this football channel's safe in regards to just mentioning a few atrocities taking place, you know? But, anyway, still though, it's just a pathway I don't want to go down, really. Who needs it? Ryan says, can you imagine Rashford number 7, Bruno number 8, Martial number 9, and Mbappe number 10, Sancho number 11? I can't actually, no. Why the fuck would Martial be in the team, mate, if we had those guys? I can't imagine that at all, Ryan. I can imagine the other players. I can imagine Tony Martial being shipped off to fucking Kettering Town, lad, if we signed Mbappe. That's what I could imagine. Oh, you're a little bit drunk, are you, DJ John? Nice, nice. Have I got any plans to come back? Yes, on the Head Football Live. I'm going to have to come back in a week, mate. Yeah, I am. I've ran out of cash, mate, so I've got to go back and save up and do it right this time. It's all right. I learned a lot coming out here and doing it in a sort of slapdash manner. I learned not to do that, you know. So next time when I come out here, I actually have a place to go into long term where I can stream from, do FIFA streams at night and all the rest of it, keep the show on the road. I haven't been able to work properly out here. And also it's just, you know, I've had some expensive recently, which were gash. So that's how it is. I've been on holiday for 6 weeks. I know MUFC is fucking awesome, isn't it? Will they sign Sabitzer on a long-term deal, says Rajat. There's reports that we would be prepared to pay like 20 mil for him. Depends how he does between now and the end of the season, doesn't it? He's only played like a game or two. But yeah, from all accounts, we're interested. DJ John, thanks for the super chat there, my son. He says, cool. Thank you for the super sticker there, DJ John. Let's get some Sues in there for this guy as well. Yeah, FIFA streams back exactly on the Head Football, man. I mean, I've missed them big time. Dude, I can't believe we haven't done any of those for a long time. That's it. I'm not even a FIFA streamer anymore, am I? It's really bad. I need to get back on that, man. That's where half of my audience is watching. Mikhail Eskandari says the Premier League is essentially regulated by the British government, regardless that we don't see it often. So boycott the Premier League. Mikhail Eskandari, fair point. That's it. I don't see how we can take the high road as a nation. I honestly don't see how we can do that, really, because I know what we've done over the last couple of decades, or way before that. Heinous things. The Vootinator says, smash that like button for the pig. Thank you, Vooty. I mean, you know, I'm not getting into it. 274 likes. Thank you, Irish365. That's fucking awesome, dude. Irish365, we got 274 likes. Keep hitting the likes, guys. See if we can get 300. Also, hit the subscribe button and help us get to 70,000 subscribers. We're 19 away from 69.9, so hit the sub up. Inner United wants Qatar in. The Hoop Man says, do vlogs, pig to fill the FIFA gap, bro, says the Hoop Man. Yeah, could do. What, like travel vlog type thing? Or you mean like football vlogs? What do you mean, bud? Qatar is coming, says Alexis Mancunian. Shake, rattle and roll. Nice one, Dave Keating. Hit the like button, says Seriously. Qatar in, oil me up, says Mikhail Eskandari. Adam Rawson says, it's Lucy McNicholas. I'm on my partner's tablet waiting for new mouse for laptop. Ah, hi, Lucy McNicholas and Adam Rawson as well. Nice. He's a raw one, is Adam Rawson. Thank you, Lucy, for getting in. Predictions for the Leicester game, DJ John? Pain. I feel like we're going to smash them up, lad. 4-0. That's right, I said it. Thank you, Tom Riddle. Yeah. I'll give you one of those anyway. Callum says, please, pig, leave the politics out. It's just so boring to listen to. Callum Sarge, I agree with you, mate. The only reason I'm talking about politics is because every other bastard in the chat is, mate. I have to talk about it. When somebody asks me a question, I got to respond. I don't want to talk about it, mate. You know, no one talk about it. Ryan says, breaking news from Sky Sports, please. Glazers won't take a bid below their valuation. No shit. Is that really what they've said? That is just a total Michael Owen article. Bastards are, he says Tom Teasy. Well, some of you were born out of wedlock, no doubt. Two Tone says, I rewatched the video when you called Lissandro Martinez an Oompa Loompa pig. Yes, lost loads of weight. Thank you, Two Tone. 5 stone and counting now, boss. 5 stone and counting, that's right. Last weigh-in, 17 stone 7, a few days ago. Probably 17 stone 4 or something now, bud. Yeah, that's right. Or 22 stone 7 in July. So I've lost over 5 stone. Get in. Diogo Santos says, hey, Piggy, hope you're feeling better. Sending strength from Portugal. Fancy putting a cheeky bid to buy the club? Maybe we can go 50-50. Go on then, Diogo. Go on then. Madhouse says, I'm illegitimate. Thank you, Tom Teasy. Thank you, Must Play. It was a long time coming, wasn't it? In fact, I was looking through my Fitness Pal, and in August or somewhere in the summer of 2018, so going way back, because I'm one of these people that's tried dieting years and years and always fail, so I've recorded things even going back as far as 2013 on my Fitness Pal. At one point, I weighed like 330 pounds. At one point was my biggest, so that's crazy, isn't it? Now I'm like 247 or something, I'd imagine. Mr. Post says, big ups, fella, you think this move will actually happen? Our move will definitely happen. This is the earliest 2 bids, it's early doors. Some other bids will probably still coming in, if you ask me, from other people. So it's not a dead set that it will be Qatar, but I would say that they're the favourites to be the new owners of Manchester United, I would say at this stage. They've shown proper intent. This statement here says a lot, and they have had a bid on the table. So I would say they're the favourites, but it doesn't necessarily mean that will be the case. Big ups, Mr. POTUS. Anyway, thanks for commenting. And Chris Koo with a super chat says, Harry Maguire, TOF these Glazers drub. What? Is that a Mark Harris sort of super chat? He says, Harry Maguire to fuck these Glazers drub. All right. Nice one there, Chris Koo. I sort of deciphered that, mate. I just needed to get my Enigma code machine out there, bud. But I have deciphered it, I think, in the end. Thank you, Chris Koo, for the super chat, son. Yeah, MUFC says no more debt being put into the club. It will go into the company. Well, that's if Sir Jim Ratcliffe buys it. And that's only a speculative report at the moment, but we don't even know that there'll be any debt at all. These speculative reports are coming out right now. Nobody's actually got confirmation of that. So fair enough, that might be the case, but it also might not be. So you have to take it with a pinch of salt at this stage. Darren McGuire says, is this guy half pissed? Well, I'm actually not, no, but glad to know that you think I'm semi-sizzled, man, or sozzled. Lambretta Daz, what's happening? Thank you, DJ John says, love this channel. Can we get some UK flags for Qatar in, says Mikhail Eskandari. I mean, that doesn't really make sense, does it? That doesn't really make sense. Anyway, Jim Glazers out, you fucking clown, says Ilian. That's one thing we can all agree on, I think. Let's get some green and gold emojis in the chat and some hashtag Glazers outs, please, guys. Because that's one thing we can agree on, is that these guys are absolute parasitical worms, cancerous leeches on the ball bag of humanity at Manchester United. And it would just be fantastic if we could just dissect them and get the fuck out of the club. And so once that happens, I'll be over the moon. I'll be happy as a pig in shite if that happens. Thank you, Bob Nab, for subscribing to the channel, mate. My favourite shirt sponsor says, seriously, who would be my favourite shirt sponsor? My favourite shirt sponsor would be... that's the question, isn't it? Flying Pig United YouTube channel. You know, Flying Pig United YouTube channel. That'd be immense. Imagine that across the United shirt. Be sensational. Sharp would be insane, yeah. Oh, Sharp would be fantastic, going back old school. Yeah. That's the best one ever. That is the best one ever. But I thought you meant going forward. But yes, historically, Sharp's my favourite one. Definitely. Yeah. Least favourite one's probably TeamViewer. And then, you know, AIG was a bit shit, to be honest. Vodafone was good. Didn't mind Vodafone that much. You know, that was okay. But Sharp's the daddy. Sharp is the daddy, mate. Aeon was quite good, actually. That actually looked quite good on the shirt, Connor, didn't it? Aeon. Tester would be good, Tom Teasy, yeah. Yeah, Primot. TeamViewer's the shittest by a mile, isn't it? It's proper gash. Not only does it look shit, but the actual product, the actual company shit, if you ask me. It's just this piece of software used by scammers, guys, more or less. Qatari Airlines, let's go, Cecilia. Darren says, you can get the 92 jersey with the laces on the team store for 40 quid. I have it. No Umbro logo, but it's fucking beauty. Oh, no, that does sound like a raw one. Chevrolet's terrible, DJ John. I forgot about that. That was fucking awful. But even that's better than TeamViewer. But, I mean, Chevrolet, I personally think for United sponsor, it should be something that aligns with Man United. Like, we should be elite. So you want an elite sponsor, i.e. it would be cool if you had, you know, United sponsored by Ferrari or something like that. United sponsored by Rolls Royce or something like that. But no, United sponsored by Chevrolet. You know what I mean? Might as well be fucking sponsored by Renault. You know, it's cash. It's like really bad. You know? Like Shakira said, you swapped a Rolls Royce for a Twingo. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Ford Fiesta says seriously. Oh, man. Okay. Right, anyway, guys, right, we could talk about this until we are absolutely blue in the face, but we're not going to do that. We're going to wrap it up because it's midnight now, guys. But I want to just say thank you to everybody for getting in here with your passionate comments and being a part of this community. Please don't take any, you know, annoyances away from this chat tonight. Some of you may be getting pissed off with other people's comments in the chat. It happens, man. Everyone's got different opinions. So just understand that, you know, your opinion's probably wrong. But just there you go. That's how it works, guys. You don't need to get super offended and let it ruin your night. Just understand people got different views than yours. But that's going to be the end of this stream, guys. And thank you very much for joining. Swans, man, please don't spam there. On the Head Football Live, he says, has the weight loss helped with mental health, mate? In process of losing weight myself. On the Head Football Live, no, mate. No, sorry to disappoint, but to be fair, I've had some stuff going on in my life recently anyway, so, you know, probably not the best person to ask. But yeah, definitely, mate, actually, I'm only joking. Yes, like, if you feel better, if you know, move better, then you will feel better in your mind, mate. I genuinely do believe that, so just discount what I said. The answer is yes. Thank you on the Head Football Live, says you're looking great regardless. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Chris Koo. Love you too, bro. And Illy United and Special One, Hoopman, Rushmano, DJ John. Have a good night, DJ John. Sounds like you already are. Nightfire as well. And Darren Maguire. He says, gym work helps with mental health and weight loss, strength training. Yeah, definitely, Darren. I've got to get on that, really, because that's something I've not been doing. I've got to do some weights and try and, you know, build some muscle so my skin doesn't get all, you know, all loose. Luan France says, let's go Qatar. Chris Koo says, you're all legends. Love you all. Thank you, Chris Koo. Thank you, Must Play and Luan France and Hashim47 and Darren Maguire. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Nightfire and Madhouse and Daniel James and Aaron and DJ John. Appreciate you all. Have I smoked a cigarette? No, I have not, DJ John. What day is it? Friday, 8. This is the 8th day. Gungshi, you legend. Good night to you, Gungshi. Have a great sleep, you legend. This is the 8th day, but I must say my cravings are starting to seriously arrive because now I'm not super unwell. You know, they're starting to arrive. But anyway, thank you, Chrissy J. Thank you, Two Tone, Scott B, Big Bear, Christian Souls, Philip Chapman, C Talentless. Oh no. We haven't seen that for a while, have we, guys? We're under attack by Phil Joneses. This happens every night at midnight, man. We're under attack by Phil Joneses. No. Guys, this is a nightmare way to end the stream. What a nightmare. Guys, get some Phil Jones emojis in the live chat to ward off the evil spirits of Phil Jones. Otherwise, you will not be appeased, man. Oh, no. We're under attack by Phil Joneses. That's bad. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. That's going to be the end of the stream. It doesn't have to finish there. Sean Netterton, I'll be home next week, boss. Doesn't have to finish there. You can come back after this video is finished and get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comment section. So please do that. Come in and get your thoughts in after this Phil Jones mug is finished and this stream's finished. Come back after, get your thoughts and opinions in about this. Chris Koo, thank you for gifting a membership on the channel, lad. Thank you so much. He says, gifted 1 Flying Pig United membership. Chris Koo, you're a legend. You're a legend. He's gifted it to On the Head Football Live. Let's go On the Head Football Live. He's been gifted the membership by Chris Koo. Thank you very much there, Chris Koo. You're a legend, man. I appreciate you making somebody a member and giving me a tip there at the same time. You're an absolute legend, Chris Koo. Thank you, bud. Dudes, let's get some Phil Jones emojis in there for Chris Koo. Yeah, nice one On the Head Football Live. Welcome in, welcome in. No worries, Nightfire. No worries, Nightfire. One thing, hey, Vincent Bullock, lad. One thing about this channel, which I try my best, is to get everybody involved. Get everybody involved, even if your opinion's gash. because that's football, isn't it? Everyone's got different opinions. But I try to get everybody involved on this channel. There probably is sometimes I miss some people, especially when there's really, really busy streams and that kind of thing. But to differentiate this channel from the others, just know this is a very community-based channel, and we try to get everybody involved on this channel. Thank you for being a part of it. Daniel James, thank you, Daniel James. He says, you're looking really well, mate. Much better. Thank you, Danny James. 5 billion apparently M121. £5 billion. That's what this says. But of course, it's all speculative at the moment. But there is a report that says the bid office is about £5 billion. So who knows precisely, though? I know, special one, I know. Thank you, Kay Slater and Mahaste and Bunlow and Daniel James and Abjir and Vincent, DJ John, Luan France. Thank you, Luan. And special one and Jonathan Gallagher and John O'Connor and the Hoop Man. All the members in green, thanks for supporting the channel. All the moderators tonight, people like Gungshi, Jonathan Gallagher, Rush Mano, Berber, of course, Shawnee Nettleton. You know, all the moderators, thank you for moderating this chat tonight. It's been, and the Vootinator, of course, the Vootinator. Thank you, all the mods and Kay Slater for moderating this chat tonight and keeping it, you know, reasonably toxicity free. Harjan Singh. What's that all about then, Harjan Singh? Remind me. Thank you, Seriously, Sports Further and everyone. Kate Cadet, thank you for the £2 super chat. The Kate Cadet of FC United. He says they're us. Nothing wrong with my opinion. No, you're right, but there is something wrong with your spelling though, bud. Kate Cadet, mate. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with your opinion. You're actually taking the moral high road, and I respect that. You better go down into your, you better go up to your thermostat, mate. Turn your fucking heating off. Turn your electricity off, lad. Go into your wardrobe. Burn half of your fucking clothes that you've got that are produced in some fucking sweatshop somewhere around the world. Move yourself out into the fucking woods and start living off pheasants and fucking moss on the side of trees, son. Yeah? That's what you better do then, Kate Cadet, mate. You morally high ground person, you. Love you, Kate Cadet, lad. Love you, mate. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and comment. Subscribe to the channel, hit the likes, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch, and all those places at Flying Pig United. Thank you, Mikhail. Thank you, everyone. You're a bunch of legends. Great stream, as always. Passionate community talk tonight. Love it. Look, happy days, guys. Glazer shithouses are out. Let's just get these parasites out, and hopefully the rest falls into place with good owners. Owners that want to see this club succeed. Maybe morally good owners as well. Who knows? Just because this Qatar bid's on the table doesn't mean that they're definitely going to get it. There's still other things that can happen. There's still other potential owners. Thank you, the Hoop Man and the Hoodstar, Red Honey Badger, Two Tone, Jaden Peter Karamalis, Vincent Bullock, Abjif, DJ Johns, Chris Koo. I'm going to finish it there, guys. Have a great night. Come back after though and get your thoughts and opinions in and all that jazz. Much love. Thank you, Gungshi, Skeptic, Ilya, Mikhail, Scott B, and everybody. Much love, guys. Good night. Piggy loves you. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.